Love the One You're With is a song that I have threatened to put a lesson together for a long time. Have finally done it and took a slightly different approach on this lesson. The lesson is available over at TotallyGuitars, but I'll give you a little bit of hints of what's going on. In the lesson, first of all, in the lesson, what I do is we talk about really just the theory of this tuning and how to play some simple chords. You just saw the whole song, everything you need to do to be able to play Love the One You're With. So in the lesson, we actually take a slightly different approach where I just give you some hints in the first segment and let you try to work it out yourself. Then in the second segment, we go over kind of the answers. Here are how you play these chords. In the third one, we talk about the rhythm a little bit more. But so you can take it to any level. And what we talk about in the very first segment, though, is the tuning. Now, Steve Stills uses a tuning that he calls D Modal, or Bruce Palmer tuning, that he learned from a bass player of the Buffalo Springfield, and one of many bass players that Buffalo Springfield had, and at least that many. And that tuning was all D's except for the second string, which was tuned to A, DDDDAD. I usually use what I would call a D5 or DADDAD tuning, one string different, using the fifth string leaving the fifth string at A, rather than taking it all the way down to D. For a couple reasons. One is it gives a better harmonic support to the droning sound that you're really looking for in there. Also, when you have that fifth string tuned all the way down to D, it's really loose and usually gets out of tune really quickly as soon as it gets hit a couple of times, so it creates intonation problems. So there's a big advantage to leaving it at A harmonically and tuning-wise. Keeps everything sounding a little bit better and makes the sound is actually a little richer in my opinion, at least. So, but in the first segment, we just talk about these pairs of notes that happen in different places on the neck that are just thirds in the key of D. So with just a little bit of harmonic homework and figuring out what notes are in the key of D, you can play this song. So that's the first thing that we do in this lesson is we talk about chords you can play. Here I'm at the 9th and 10th frets. I'm about to give it all away, which is fine. But if you saw these chords, there's just 4 chords working their way down the neck, and they're either 1 fret or 2 frets apart on the first and second strings. So this is sort of the puzzle that is built in the lesson. Then there are some descending chords that have 3 notes all played on the same fret of the 6th, 4th, and 3rd strings. It would sound like this if I was at the 2nd fret. Sound like this at the 3rd. This at the 5th. This at the 6th. Some are going to be kind of ugly. So that's the chorus to the song. Now, it of course uses some of those, and of course in the lesson I give you all the answers. But I really like to use this approach once in a while for people to work on their ears. So if you can rely on your ear a little bit and want to explore a little bit more on your own, this is a great song to do for it. Now, we also have other songs in the same tuning at the site. Stills, of course, plays 4 and 20 in this tuning, and Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. So all of those are other lessons that we have in this DADDAD tuning, or D5 or D Modal tuning. So in the lesson, it does come with tablature, kind of like the answer sheet. But the real point of this lesson is for you to really rely on your ears. So if you'd like to check it out, come visit us at TotallyGuitars. Hundreds of other lessons. But the lesson on Love the One You're With, whatever it's called, is now up, and one of our Work It Out series of lessons, where give you some clues, let you work on your own. Then if you want to go look at the answers, you're welcome to. They're all there. So hope to see you at TotallyGuitars.com.